Hi, this is Ashley from Tia's Company _1 back with another reading. And this one is requested by a few of you guys. This reading is going to be on how Nicki's lead single will be received, okay? Now, I've already talked about when Nicki is planning on coming back plenty of times, even on Station Head. So we just have to wait for her. As you guys know, she has, that case with Kenneth, and then certain people speaking out. So I think she's just putting things on hold. But from what I hear, the documentary is still coming out, and hopefully doesn't get put on pause, and that she plans on releasing, some music in 2021, okay? Now, I did hear that an album is in the works. So hopefully, Nicki still goes through with the plan because, Nicki does things last minute. So hopefully everything goes planned. But anyway, before we get into the reading, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. This reading is strictly for entertainment purposes only. And yeah, we're about to get into it. So we're going to see how well the lead single will do. How will it be perceived? If there will be anything being put on hold. So we're going to see all of that today, okay? So like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you turn on post notifications. We're about to get into it. So how will Nicki Minaj's lead single be perceived? Let's start with that. How will the lead single be perceived by the general public? Ooh, 2 cards fell out. Okay, we got the 5 of Cups and the Temperance card that just fell out. How will it be perceived to the general public? So it's going to get, this song is going to get mixed reviews, okay? So I see the 7 of Swords here, okay? This card is also in reverse. Somebody is going to try to put this, basically try to manipulate some things when it comes to the single, okay? Like I said before, there's a lot of people working against Nicki. So the 7 of Swords talks about people doing something behind the scenes, sneaky energy, trying not to get caught. That's the energy I'm getting off the back. So somebody's going to be working against her when the lead single drops, okay? Like I told you guys before, especially the Barbs, prepare, hope for the good, but prepare for the worst, okay? Because it looks like somebody is going to try to do some manipulation behind the scenes when she drops. Because when she drops, she causes so much, I would say so much controversy that people always pay attention to Nicki. She causes, so much controversy when she's not online. When she drops a song, it's going to be all about Nicki. So they're going to try to manipulate a few things behind the scenes, okay? We got the Temperance cards, which talks about, a lot of time spent. It seems as though there will be a few delays in this era, okay? There will be a few delays, okay? And I hate to say it, but the Temperance card talks about timing, waiting for the perfect time, putting things on hold. And we do have the Temperance card here. So there might be a few delays. There's already been a few delays, okay? Because from what I hear, the documentary was supposed to originally drop in March, okay? It's March 23rd. So there's already been delays, okay? As for how the song will be perceived, the Devil card is here. This talks about sexual attraction, sexuality. So with that being said, people are going to, if she talks about, her looks or, how good she is, in bed or anything like that, that narrative of Nicki only talks about, sex, that's going to be what people are going to say. People that are really going to try to critique her. Oh, this is all she talks about. Okay, I do see in the album she will be talking about more different things. Her being a mother, her, trying to maneuver in the industry. People trying to knock her down. So those topics will be in the album, and she will be taking shots at people. But if she talks about, it looks like, she always talks about her looks and how good she is and how big her butt is. And sometimes that narrative goes to the general public and they say, well, this is all she talks about. And even though all the other rappers talk about it, Nicki is held to a higher pedestal than a lot of these other rappers, okay? So then we got the star card in reverse, which talks about hopelessness. So, there's going to be a time where Nicki's going to feel that way because of certain delays that are going to happen in the fifth era. It does look like there's going to be certain delays, okay? So what that could be is the single might drop and then she might disappear for months. We may not hear from her. It's not going to be a consistent rollout, even with Irvin there, okay? Because Nicki, she does things last minute, okay? It's not really Irvin's fault. It's Nicki doing things last minute. She likes to do certain delays. So people are going to take notice of that, okay? And the way it looks like people are going to have mixed reviews. The Barbs are going to love it. The general public, they're going to critique certain things she says in her lyrics. There's going to be somebody working behind the scenes trying to stop certain things for Nicki. She does have the Seven of Swords. And she does have the Death card, okay? So what that talks about, the Death card talks about an ending of something. So I feel like after the sixth album, after the fifth album, she's going to take a break. And, she might go on tour in 2022 and whatnot. But after the sixth album, it looks like Nicki's definitely not going to try to make any more albums. She might do features and stuff like that. But it's going to be like, I'm not going to put myself out there just to get pulled down again and again. So she's not going to feel the need to put out a seventh or eighth album just to get, pulled down again, or people critiquing everything, or, manipulation happening behind the scenes. So she's aware of everything, and she's just like, what, I just want to get out my contract and move forward. And that looks like what her plan is, even with the delays, okay? Okay. And also the Five of Cups is here too. Okay. The Five of Cups talks about feeling alone, loneliness, feeling defeat. And it looks like even with Irvin and, having, that team beside her, she does feel like, no matter what she tries to do, she always feels like she can never win fully. Okay. So the way it's going to be perceived is, people are going to try to knock her down. Okay, the lead single looks like there's going to be shots thrown, and she's going to be talking about herself, how good she looks, but she does look good. Nicki's beautiful. Okay, so we can't knock that. But it looks like people are going to be talking about, oh, this is all she talks about. How is she the queen? Like, people are going to be saying stuff like that. And then, there's going to be the people that love the record, but, people tend to always try to knock Nicki down, especially when it comes to her lyrics, and say she only talks about one thing, okay? So let's see. Okay, so that's how it's going to be perceived. So let's see how successful the lead single will be. How successful will the lead single be? How successful will the lead single be? Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, there's going to be people working against her. It looks like a group of people, okay? It looks like a group of people will be trying to work against her, okay? I do see that the single will be successful, but you guys got to remember that it really has to stick on Billboard. It can't drop the second and third week like Drake. Like Drake, look what happened to Drake when I told y'all he wasn't sticking like how he used to. And then y'all were like, what are you talking about? I got the number one, number two, number three record. And then look what happened this week. Nobody's talking about the record. I haven't even heard people quote him. So that matters, okay? So we got the King of Swords in reverse. We got the Queen of Cups in reverse. We got the Queen of Wands, okay? This talks about someone focusing on themselves. She definitely will be determined to move forward, okay? So she's definitely going to make sure that the single is successful, but there's going to be people working against her, okay? The King of Swords talks about that, kind of, trying to be um, strategic behind the scenes, manipulation, okay? Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. She will have help. This is probably Irvin, but there's going to be some manipulation happening behind the scenes. And even though the manipulation will be happening, the single will be successful, okay? They have a lot of things in place, okay? The King of Swords also kind of represents, leadership, but not necessarily in a good way, okay? So that could be anybody that is a gatekeeper that's behind the scenes very powerful doing certain things, okay? And so with that being said, the Three of Wands is here in reverse, which talks about stagnation. So it could be stagnant on the charts, okay? With the manipulation happening behind the scenes. That's why I told you guys, first week, you buy the record. I know streaming is important. Make sure you buy it. Make sure that, everything's in place and that they can't try to take away sales like they did for Move Your Hips. Okay? So first week you buy the record, and then I don't know if there's some streaming parties, because streaming could be manipulated. That's the only thing. So streams could be manipulated, views could be manipulated, and that's because if you're not necessarily buying the record, okay, you can manipulate that sale, okay? You can say, oh, this person streamed this 5 times, but, we're going to only have it count once, okay? Because it's easier to do that. It's easier to manipulate streams. So it looks like there's definitely it's going to be successful. People are going to be talking about it. The only issue is there's going to be a lot of people working behind the scenes, okay? And like I told you guys before, it's not because, they're just, they just hate Nicki or whatnot. It's because they just don't want her here anymore, okay? They want other people to be profitable and to be marketable and to have, big records and be able to go sell out arenas, even though none of these chicks can really sell out arenas by themselves. That's what the goal is, okay? So it does look like some people will try to help. Everyone's going to put his best foot forward. The Ace of Wands is here too, okay? This talks about growth and opportunities, okay? Extending the olive branch. So the lead single is definitely going to help her. I feel like I will see her doing interviews, talking about motherhood. I do see deals in the future for her. I do see commercial deals in the future, but everything has to be in place, okay? And it can't be a messy rollout, okay? That will hinder a lot of things, but it looks like her and Irvin are going to put their best foot forward, okay? She also did get the Five of Cups in reverse, okay? So that talks about, like I said before, feeling alone, loneliness, feeling like you don't have anybody by your side. And that could just be with the exception of Irvin and maybe Ariana Grande, having genuine people that want to help you and don't want anything in return, like the Carters. Okay? You know, don't want your publishing in exchange for helping you. Okay? So it does look like the song will be successful. Okay? So like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. This reading was strictly for entertainment purposes only, and I hope you have a great day.